Hello. Feels like it's been a little bit of time since I last talked to the camera. Lost about a week of trail building there due to pretty strong wind and a bit of rain. It's a bit dangerous being in the forest when it's really windy, just because there's branches and stuff that can fall. There's lots of pine cones and stuff that are falling all the time, so I just didn't really feel like digging during that. But now it's back to beautiful weather. It's so still today, nice and warm, like a perfect autumn day. So I've been busy the last 2 days trying to make up for lost time, and so I've just been digging. I haven't been talking to the camera, just been digging. I've achieved quite a lot. You might see behind me, this is a new straight that you haven't seen yet. There's also a couple new jumps you haven't seen yet, but there's plenty of time lapses and stuff, so you're going to see it all. I just want to say thank you to the guys that messaged me and gave me advice on things to build in terms of the bowl berm. I've gone with a different route than even I thought of. You would have seen a little bit of a teaser of that in the riding video where I went straight over the berm, and I'm kind of thinking that might be I thought that might be the best way to go, and so I've built, I'll show you it properly in a second, but I've built a hip step down, little steep hip step down that's quite technical, and it means you can't really go fast. You got to really get on the brakes, and we'll have to dig this section before that in a way that is going to rut up and make it a little bit tricky to go fast. So you get on the brakes, you drift a bit, and then you hit this little steep step down hip, and then you just blast down this loamy straight. It's got 2 natural kickers. I barely did any work to this. I just raked the pine leaves off, the pine needles. So there's a kicker at the top. You can land somewhere in the middle, hit this next kicker, and you're blasting down the straight towards this awesome feature behind you that you're about to see, which is probably the coolest thing I've built so far, I'd say. Yeah, gonna keep digging today. I'll show you a few of the changes up behind me first, and then probably just more time lapses, trying to get as much done. I'm kind of trying to get to the bottom of the trail this week in terms of just raking it in and small tuning, little bits of raking and tuning up the corners and everything, and then once we're at the bottom we can go back and create some better berms and jumps and things like that. It's just a kind of didn't want to run out of time and not even get to the bottom. At least then we'll have something to ride. Yeah, so I will probably play the time lapses now from yesterday and the day before. You'll see all the digging, and then you'll come back and I'll show you what I've done, what's finished, and then we'll get into some more digging. Cool? The bowl berm is now 2 kickers, a hip to the right and a big step down off to the left. We'll come back to that left line later on. There's some really awesome features down there. I just put this little kicker at the top of the straight here to keep it interesting. You can kind of gap down into the loamy stuff. Anyone that's built a takeoff from flat ground knows how defeating it is when you see how little one shovel of dirt is. This one took a while. Here I started breaking up the dirt and just raking it into place. That really sped things up. While we watch me dig in this awesome landing, I just want to say another big thank you to everyone that's commented and engaged with this series so far. Please keep it up, I'll keep replying to comments, and just let me know what videos you want to see. I'm making this little gap here just because I can see a lot of water runs down and I don't want the trail washing away. There's going to be two lines, one off to the right, which is continuing the trail we're building, and this berm off to the left that we'll revisit in a later episode. I've got something planned for this. You cannot tell me that this stick and pine needle combination doesn't look exactly like a bird, right? Oh, maybe I've just spent too much time out here. That's steep. Alright, that's the end of my digging for the last 2 days. I'm going to do a little bit of testing on some of them. They are still quite soft and a little bit weird, so I'm not quite sure how well it's going to go, but we'll give it a go. And I'll get on to the next episode tomorrow. Cool. Fast. Cool, so there was a little bit of riding. I got quite a lot done this week, so it was good to test it out. I didn't do that last jump there. It's still a little bit soft and I didn't really want to risk it, so I was just rolling over it. You would have seen the berm coming out the left. That leads into the uphill track, which also serves as a downhill track, it turns out. Yeah, so I'm going to be back digging tomorrow, onto the next video while the sun's out. It might be rainy tomorrow, but rain's fine. And yeah, we should be getting pretty close to the end of this track, and then we'll maybe work on another little bit. Yeah, cool. See you later.